Activity 4. Do something. In this day and age, all our knowledge and opinions are formed from what we hear or read on social media or the news. Social media and the news is so influential that it so easily can change how we perceive things, and people will believe anything they hear or read, even if there's no real proof. Most of the information young people hear and attain, though, is from social media, and that is because pretty much every person has some form of social media, and fake news is spreading so easily now because this information is coming to a user's newsfeed, then readily shared to friends and family. Look at that. Look at those people spreading all that gossip. At the holiday resort, I did a little experiment where I spread 3 rumours to 3 separate people and tracked how many people in the holiday resort heard the rumour, so I could see how far it spread and how much people are willing to gossip and spread a rumour they don't even know could be true. I made sure to have the 3 rumours different to each other to see what people actually are interested in terms of fake news, and what people would be most willing to gossip to other people. I did this because a fake rumour was spread about me in the holiday resort at one point. A couple who were known to be, benders of the truth, told everyone I said something nasty about a colleague of mine, when I would never have talked bad about that colleague of mine. They always bring me fresh donuts. Sigh. They just twisted my words and made it seem as if I said something terrible. They could have at least chosen someone believable that I talked bad about. Like Dave Tompkins. That guy sucks. Anyway, as the staff in this holiday resort are so close to each other, the rumours spread like wildfire, and before I knew it, the person who I apparently talked bad about told me, and I was shocked. It was a few months before I finally found out all my colleagues had formed this opinion on me, and no one had even bothered to ask me if it was true. They just believed it. This angered me very much, but luckily, my good colleague didn't believe them, and I could finally clear things up to the rest of the staff. I know who I'm definitely not inviting to my leaving party now when I leave this resort, which won't be anytime soon. Don't you worry. Anyway, since that predicament, and actually all throughout my time on this earth, there have been so many things that I heard on social media or the news that I believed. But then it was revealed that it was fake. Celebrities have such difficult lives, because one fake rumour or a picture taken out of context can ruin their whole image, and before they know it, them being cancelled is trending on Twitter. This is why I never believe anything anyone says to me, either in person or online. I like to believe and form opinions once I know for certain something is true. It genuinely shocks me how naive, gullible and easy to trick most people are. There's some fake news that sticks out to me, and I remember guests and colleagues discussing it at the holiday resort. So, it was about Justin Bieber. This picture of Justin Bieber eating a burrito weirdly broke the internet. It was on so many news programs, them making fun of him and judging him for eating a burrito in such a weird way. Of course, I believed it too, but that's the thing. I was so young, and because everyone was talking about it and it was all over social media and the news, I didn't see a reason why it wouldn't be true. Then it turned out to be a prank by these YouTubers called Yes Theory. It was just a look-alike, and the whole prank was posted on YouTube. But everyone believed it. Look at that. Just because of a picture. Then, recently there was news that the Queen had passed away. Not only once, but twice. And probably there were a few times in the past as well. Of course it was online, but then later revealed it wasn't actually true. And those are only 2 examples. But people would have spread both that information as it is an interesting story, and they thought it was real. But that's the thing. People will spread news even if they don't know for certain, because people love to gossip. This is the first piece of news I saw where the Queen died. 3 years after Buckingham Palace announced that the United Kingdom's 95-year-old monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, had tested positive for COVID-19, a celebrity tabloid set off a wave of Twitter and social media buzz when it claimed to have broken news of her death. Hollywood Unlocked wrote this on an Instagram post on the 22nd of February. Sources close to the Royal Kingdom notified us exclusively that Queen Elizabeth has passed away. Then, within hours, The Instagram post accumulated 150,000 likes, and hundreds of people shared the article, and hundreds of commenters expressed condolences on the outlet's Facebook post. The claim also appeared in a tweet from an account posing as CNN, which was later suspended. So there you can see that within hours, over hundreds of thousands of people saw and liked the post and they believed it. And also there was a fake account that posed as a well-known TV channel's social media because they wanted to spread the news further, either as a prank or because they wanted more people to know. Then, around a month later, one of Brazil's leading newspapers announced the death of the Queen. The Folha de Sao Paulo, sorry for saying that wrong, incorrectly reported the British monarch's demise on its website at about noon on Monday, telling millions of South American readers that she had died as a result of XXXXXXX. This was just a fault from the leading newspaper, but they misinformed a lot of people, and people would have no reason to believe they lied, so they just trusted it. Fabricated stories posing as serious journalism are not likely to go away, as they have become a means for some writers to make money and potentially influence public opinion. Therefore, fake news is always going to be around. It's just depending on how far fake news can spread due to the actions of other people. The McCombs study found that 23% of social media users reported that they shared what turned out to be fake news, and that includes those who shared it accidentally as well as intentionally. So some people are sharing fake news that they may or may not have known was fake, which then spreads onto other people, and in the end, no one knows what's true and what is not. This confuses everyone. This links to real life as well, and how people can spread information and gossip so easily and quickly despite not knowing the truth. This is why in the Rumours activity, I wanted you to understand how easy it is for rumours to spread, and I wanted you to be conscious in the fact it's so easy for people to believe things too, and judge you without knowing the truth. I wanted to put you to the test and firstly let you feel and understand how it would feel to have a false rumour spread about you, and then I gave you an option of whether to lie and spread a rumour about someone else so people will stop talking about you, or just leaving it and dealing with the judgment and hate because you know yourself that the rumour spread about you wasn't true. Obviously, not spreading the rumour is the right thing to do. However, there are some people out there who will know a rumour is false but still spread it, which isn't right and has consequences and affects other people. If you were to spread the rumour about Dave, you would be just as bad as all those people sending you hate for liking banana peels, and you just gave the world another piece of false information for people to believe. That's not what we want. So that is why I wanted to put to the test how easily and far rumours will actually spread, even when people don't know for certain it's true. If people actually were to talk to any of the people involved in the rumours, it would convey that some people want hard evidence. But if rumours were to spread very far, then it proves my point that people gossip and will believe anything they hear. I had several ideas of actually documenting the whole Rumours project. At first, I was thinking of presenting it in video form like a news report, giving the fake news to everyone, and then revealing the truth dramatically. Then I was thinking of just conveying it through book style, but ultimately, I decided to present the work in a comedic Photoshop video type way. This was inspired by PewDiePie and his comedic series YouTube High School, where he purposely terribly edits characters and gives them voices and makes them do stuff where PewDiePie is just using his mouse to move them along. Here's a YouTube video. It will be down below. Here it is. Here's an episode anyway. I chose this style because I wanted an interesting way to show the story behind how the rumours spread, and I felt it was a way to clearly convey everything that happened, and so people can imagine and picture how everything happened too. It's also allowed me to talk about the outcome and show through a cartoony, comedic way how the rumours spread. It also caters to the audience that are involved in this whole project. I involved the people in the holiday resort, and this is a sort of style that would engage them and make them interested in what happens next. Plus, I use their pictures, so they will find it funny to see what happens to their characters. At first, I wanted to have a project of some kind so I could turn it into a lesson activity for you guests. Obviously, I decided on rumours, and seeing how far they could spread to convey that people gossip and spread news even if they don't know if it's true or not. So you can't trust anything, especially news you hear. Some ideas I had before was to bring another colleague of mine in and show the different reactions people have towards the two genders, and how, if my colleague, who's a male, and I were to do the same 3 things in public at different times, how people would react to what we did due to our different genders. The 3 different actions we would have done in public is struggling to pick up shopping / lifting something, having an argument in public, and dressing really feminine / masculine, different to our gender, to see the looks and reactions we would get. Seeing how people were to treat us differently would be interesting to see my point of, do people treat females better than males because they think males can take care of themselves and are stronger? Here's a picture of an older woman talking to a man, saying, "How's school and how's work?" And obviously, she's talking about that because he's a man and he works. That's what people believe. Here's that woman, looking sad, talking to a woman, saying, "Are you pregnant yet?" Because that is all she cares about. Just wrong. Then I had an idea of also showing the difference of opinions and reactions people can have on males and females, but in a way of a flash mob sort of thing, where my colleague and I would randomly have a big argument in the canteen. Twice, but in one, the woman would be in the wrong and shouting, and vice versa with the man the other time. This would be to investigate how people treat men and women differently, despite them doing the same things but on different days. This is because there is a huge treatment difference with the two genders, and people can be kinder to women and meaner to men because they think women need protecting. So, it would have been interesting to see if people intervened and started shouting at my colleague or I, and their reactions. Then another idea I had was to live stream my life for 24 hours for a week, showing everything I did to convey how a celebrity feels having no privacy. This would be to convey how watched celebrities feel and to understand how horrible it feels. I wanted to do this due to thousands of paparazzi photos that are online, and how people are willing to invade people's privacy just because they're famous. I was inspired through Sophie Calle's diary at the hotel. In the course of 3 weeks, with a camera and a tape recorder hidden in her mop bucket, she recorded whatever she found in the rooms that she had been charged with cleaning. She had then an idea of the sorts of people that were living in those rooms, and created stories and identities for them without actually knowing who they were. But she just invaded their privacy and space and made up stories of them. This inspired me, because it's similar to what Sophie did. Instead, I'm doing it to myself, and it will be in video form. Here's some paparazzi photos. They're just calmly walking their dogs, but people are taking pictures of them. And here, they're trying to avoid the paparazzi. Good idea. Once I knew I wanted to do a project on rumours, I then had to decide how I'd put this into action. At first, I was thinking of creating a fake Instagram account that called people out, and perhaps there was a picture of someone people knew, kissing the same gender, to see how people would talk about it, and then a fake breakup. Then also just rumours told on there. I took inspiration from back at my old job at a holiday resort. There was an Instagram account that exposed what people thought of each other. However, I decided against the idea because I thought it would be too scandalous and create too much attention in a negative way. What I decided to do was, I spread 3 rumours in the holiday resort through word of mouth. I asked 3 colleagues of mine to tell one separate person one rumour out of. Amy has quit her holiday resort job. Abby and Ansar have been on a date, I guess, and a member of staff. Meg and Maddie had an argument, which are 2 really good holiday resort friends. I then tracked to see how many people heard the rumour within a week. This is to investigate how quickly a rumour can actually spread. It can be hard to see the truth once a rumour spreads so much because people can twist it. So after a week I revealed the truth on my Snapchat, where all the holiday resort guests and staff are. I made a decision that if the rumours were to start to die down and be spread and talked about less, the same 3 people that told 3 people at the start would tell 3 separate people and different people to see if it makes a difference telling someone else. Because if the first people may have hit a dead end, and therefore, perhaps the rumours would go further after more people are told. I had ideas for if people were to go up to the people involved in the rumours and ask them if it was true. We would still agree, because even though we would be lying, it's still a rumour, which ultimately people never know if it's true or false. Here's a video of the Rumours video documentation, where I collated the information and put it into a badly edited Photoshop video, like the PewDiePie one.
So, once upon a time, I created 3 rumours. The first rumour was Amy is leaving the course. See ya! The second rumour was Ansar and Abby went on a date. Wow, I'm so glad you invited me on this date. Yeah, I've really liked you for a while. Getting closer. The third rumour was Meg and Maddie had a big fight. Nah, why are you actually chatting shit for, Maddie, huh? Listen here, Meg, I'm not chatting shit. I just think gingers are shit. The fuck? Maddie, your face is shit. You're a fucking what, bruv? You're a fucking what? Girls. What is going on here? Huh? Right, Meg, leave the classroom. I've had enough of this. It all started with Anya, who texted Charlotte. Yo, Charlotte, guess what? What is there? Basically, Abby and Ansar, they went on a date. No fucking way. I can't deal with it anymore. Maddie, wait up. Maddie, I'll call you. Chloe. Yeah? Right, so I was just in politics, right? And Meg and Maddie just had a massive argument. No way. Seriously? Yeah, I'm being serious. But yeah, anyway, see ya. Then Freya told Reese. Hey Reese, like, how are you gonna do the Winter's Tale if Amy's not in it? Because, you know, she's leaving. Alright, see ya.
Two hours later. 3 hours later. "72 hours later."
No one was told. So after the first couple of days, the Ansar and Abby rumour was winning in first place, which shows that people do like to know people's love lives. And in second place was Meg and Maddie having an argument, which shows that people do like to gossip, especially when it comes to their friends being in arguments. Now, due to the Amy rumour not spreading and the first 2 rumours slowing down / dying within a day and a half, it was time to bring in the backup. 3 people were already told, so it was time to tell 3 more separate people about the rumours. Well, Amara told Isabel. Then the rumour spreading was tracked again from Thursday till Sunday, and people really did like to hear the argument between Meg and Maddie. A few more people heard about Ansar and Abby, and Reese still told no one. So this could show that it does depend who actually hears the rumour, and if the right people hear about rumours, then they can spread it to a certain someone else, and then those people can keep on spreading and spreading until it turns into an endless cycle. But yeah, telling another person about the Meg and Maddie rumour did allow more people to hear about the rumour, and it did allow it to spread further. So people were really talking about the argument, and people even started going up to Maddie and asking her what happened between her and Megan. People were concerned, and people even started giving Meg weird looks just because they heard a rumour that they assumed to be true, and they didn't actually know if it was or not. So it shows that people do judge you whether they know the actual truth or not, and people do love to gossip about arguments. So, in conclusion, it all started with people gossiping about other people's love lives. And people being concerned that Abby already kept talking about someone else she went on a date with. But then, it was all about the argument. And loads of people heard about the argument, and they just wanted to know what happened. Why did these two really close friends argue? Yeah. And so, a test has shown that it's about who you tell and what the rumour is. If people don't find it interesting, they also probably won't talk about it. And people do love a good argument.
In conclusion, again, people really do care about arguments and relationships. And maybe it would have gone differently if Reese, or not Reese, but like someone else was told. But we should never know, because this was a one-time only thing to do. But yeah, the responses I got from people when I revealed on my Snapchat that all the rumours were fake, where people were shocked. They messaged me saying, "What? I thought it was real." And I can just imagine people's confusion, because they're talking about arguments, being like, "Oh my god, did you hear this person argued?" And then finding out it was fake. It's really shocking. But yeah, it did come as a shock to people because they believed the rumours to be true, even though they didn't actually know if it was factually correct or not. Also, they may not have actually talked to the people involved. So people just make assumptions, and like I said, people judged Megan for just being involved in the argument when it could have been Maddie's fault for all they know.
So, as it was revealed in the video, at first, the relationship rumour of Ansar and Abby having gone on a date was the most spread and talked about rumour. This conveys that people like to gossip and talk about other people's love lives because they enjoy scandals and finding out who likes who. Then, the Meg and Maddie fight started getting more popular and spread around. This is because people like to talk about arguments because they love tea, and talking about when people shout or get annoyed at each other because it doesn't happen often. So when people hear that it does, they make sure to discuss it, and to talk about who is in the wrong and who started it. Then, the I am leaving the holiday resort rumour did not get spread at all. That could have been due to the person that was told, which shows that rumours and news spreading depends on the people that hear it. Or, it could have meant that those kind of rumours don't interest people, and even if another person was told, it still might not have been spread due to it not being as interesting as the other two rumours. About two people having an argument and the love interests. Also, it shows that sometimes not all rumours and fake news get spread, / goes far. Then, as the rumours started dying down a bit, I asked the same 3 people to tell 3 separate people to see if that would revive the rumours and get them being spoken about again and more people hearing it. Sadly, only one girl spread the rumour to another person. This colleague of mine told a guest called Isabel about the rumour of Meg and Maddie being in an argument, and then it started picking up the pace again. Obviously, with a bit less time, because it was closer to the reveal date, when I asked the 3 people to do this. As the other 2 people didn't tell anyone about the rumours I gave them, it isn't fully clear about whether more people would have spoken about it and heard about it. And sometimes it really does matter about the types of people that hears it, because even only after telling 2 people about the Meg and Maddie rumour, it spread to a lot of people. Revealing the truth on Snapchat got a lot of responses, and people were very shocked and confused because they thought it was just another piece of holiday resort drama that their friends and them can talk about. I had responses such as, "I can't believe that," talking about it being a lie, and jokes towards it, how it seemed so real, and they were genuinely confused it was all fake. and even a week or two after it was revealed, people still kept coming up to me and saying things like, "The Meghan Maddie rumour blew up, everyone was talking about it," which is really interesting and good considering only 2 people were told. I asked everyone who was in on the rumour secret, my closest activist friends, and asked them to report back to me if anyone starts gossiping to them about any of the 3 rumours. This helped me to track who knows, and obviously the rumour isn't going far if they're telling my closest activist friends, but it still helps me to see that people are trying to spread the rumours. I did already mention this in the video, but people actually started looking at Meg differently and judging her in a negative way because of an argument that people assumed were to be Meg's fault. They didn't even know if it was true or not, or who was in the wrong, but they assumed. People were actually getting very worried for Maddie. A guest talked to Maddie and asked her to fill him in with the tea. He was very concerned of her. This conveys some people actually want to know more, either for their own knowledge and care for people, or to tell other people the details. So here is the Excel sheet that I used for keeping track of everything. So before this, this is the final product. Let me just scroll down. So that's everyone that heard it. So obviously no one heard rumour 1, and that was before and after. At the beginning, it was only, so the blue is who actually got told it, and then the green is people that heard it. So yeah, Reese, Charlotte, Chloe, and Isabel got told about the Meghan Maddie argument. So since after telling the rumour again, obviously this one didn't have another rumour told, but I think about 2 or 1 more person heard about it. But after Isabel got told, at first there was maybe 4 or 5 people that heard it, which is still quite a lot. And obviously, you know, for like just a small little rumour thing. And then lots of people heard about it. So yes, these are names, and this is the proof. This can show it does depend who actually hears the rumours, and if the right people hear about rumours, then they can spread it to a big amount of people, and consequently, those people will spread it until it turns into an endless cycle and a lot of people hear about it. Maybe if someone else was told about the rumour, then it would have been spread a bit further, but also it might not have been a very interesting rumour when there are 2 others being spread, such as about other people's love lives and 2 friends arguing. With this project, I was inspired by Sophie Calle's public exhibition, The Sleepers, from 1979. For 8 nights she invited friends and strangers to each spend 8 hours in her bed while she photographed and made notes about them. Whether they snored, what they dreamed about, her photographs convey extreme closeness. What Sophie comments about her project is, if these are intimate revelations, what they reveal is just how little we can know about others, even those with whom we share our bed. This inspired me because it says the point of, you never really know the truth about anyone, even if it may seem like you do. The essential unknowability of other people haunts all of Calle's work, as both the greatest inducement to curiosity and the greatest threat to creativity. In The Hotel, the details that we think of as most intimate, stained sheets, used tissues, a bloody sanitary pad on the edge of the sink, turn out to be the least interesting. Everyone's dirty towels look the same. And in 1993, Calle told the art historian Bice Kruger that everything in The Hotel was completely true. That is, except for one room, which she admitted was completely fake. I took an empty room and I filled it with what I would have wished to find. The claim casts the entire project in a new light, sending the reader back to the beginning of the book, this time to try and find the fiction, and yet each image may be no more or less true than it was to begin with. What Calle or any of her viewers see is always inevitably shaped by what they wished to find. Every room, in this sense, is the empty room, a place in which we make something out of nothing. Both these quotes paint the picture that Calle even thought her project was a little bit boring, that she planted things in a room which seemed more interesting, and how things that you would think would be interesting was actually boring. Calle, having had lied in her own work, the diary, is proof that you cannot believe everything you hear or see. Even people you trust can lie to you. Plus, it may suggest that people search for something of interest and will spread rumours or gossip to have a bit of excitement in their lives and something different from the norm. This is Sophie Calle's work. The fact people were so shocked on Snapchat and when talking to people in person proves my point about people are willing to believe anything they hear and not question it. Because people love to gossip. This is why people shouldn't believe everything they hear on the internet or news as well, because words may have been twisted, or someone may have made something up and people posted it online or reported it on the news because they found it interesting, or people just want to spread fake news because they are bored. It is a lesson to those involved, and also everyone, that you shouldn't believe everything, and just because someone has told you something, or something is trendy online, or a well-known influencer or news channel has said something, they still could have been misinformed, or they believed something without knowing the truth too. The news and online platforms are probably the biggest gossipers and spreaders of fake news, because they want people to give them likes or listen, so if they hear something interesting and it seems scandalous, then they will tell people and report it on it anyway. I created this project to further debate about whether it is any fake news / rumours that are so easily spread, and whether people really will spread anything even if they don't know the facts behind it. I am very passionate about fake news and rumours not being spread, due to rumours having been spread about me, and seeing people slander celebrities and people they have no idea about, but disliking them just because social media or gossip channel or website has told them they should. So I wanted this to be a lesson to all the people on my Snapchat who heard the rumour and spread it, to convey to them they shouldn't believe everything they hear, whether if that's in person or on social media, because they got tricked by me and believed a fake rumour and may have even told other people or discussed it. If I were to redo this project, I would develop it by having the project done with a longer amount of time to see how long it actually takes for rumours to spread. And I would perhaps, instead of having people tell the rumours, would have myself and a few others having a loud conversation, talking about a secret in front of some people, and then see how many people were to gossip / talk about it. If we wrote down who heard it, and then after a week or two went up to people in person and asked them if they had heard this rumour, then we could have a clearer understanding of who actually got told the rumour. Perhaps I could ask them who told them the rumour too. Asking people in person is something I would definitely do, because I feel revealing it on Snapchat and asking people online, some people would have either skipped the story or perhaps not actually said that they heard the rumours, so the documentation would have been ruined or not as accurate. Here is the bibliography. So, that was a rumours activity summary. Would you like to change activity? Watch another summary? Are you done for today? But make sure you don't forget any of the activities or summaries.